Ayo, I'm Tits.
Hey everyone, I'm Areolas, and oh yeah,
We're
wait, let's see.
covering an episode. We're doing another thing. We're doing another episode. Wow, I can't believe it. Hey, Lorenzo, you've never seen this movie that I'm about to say we're about to cover. You've never
What
seen it
is
before. The Star
I?
Wars 4.
Oh,
Oh my goodness, you had an entire overlay. Wow, I can't believe it. I'm a good guy. I feel like I should be the Sith.
I'm a bad guy.
You're a
I
bad
think
guy.
I think I'm worse. Like if you are bad, I'm more bad. So I
Okay.
think yeah, let's just go with this.
Yeah, this
Also,
works.
yeah, I think it looks good for the occasion.
I
Uh,
love
s-
it. It's
yeah, no,
beautiful.
yeah, it was made by Retro Horror Inc.
Ooh, nice. It's
Uh
very
huh,
spacey. Like I
uh
have a
huh,
lot of room.
like space.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
Like entire space that's just endless, an endless void.
I love
uh
it.
yeah, no, yeah, I had never seen Star Wars. And Tony from Hack the Movies, I'm gonna drop his name drop him.
Whoa,
he
he's so
sent
famous.
he is, that's what I hear. He sent me the versions that I'm supposed to watch, because apparently there are certain versions that change things.
Did you watch the 1977 version, the original one, where they
Yes,
didn't add the CGI? Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous.
that's the one he sent me, and I'm like, I'll watch that one because he told me this is the one you need to watch. These are the ones.
Ah, you're so lucky, man. When I first I started watching Star Wars in 2015 when The Force Awakens came out, and I was like,
Mhm,
I don't know anything about Star Wars. I gotta get myself into Star Wars, and so I looked up this list. It's like how to get into Star Wars, and so the order that I watched is like 4, 5, 2, 3, 6, and then eventually 1. So seeing it, I've seen this movie a lot. I've seen it at least like 5 times, and a lot of and a
this
lot of
this one movie.
this first movie,
You've you
Star
you've
Wars
But you've
4.
seen like all the, because there's a lot of different versions, right? Or
I think it's just 2 versions. I've seen the George Lucas fucked it up version, the 1997 version. We went back 20 years later,
Mhm,
and they added a shit ton of CGI. I saw that version a lot. I actually hadn't really seen a version online, whereas the 1977 version,
mhm.
I didn't know those real. I didn't know it
Well,
existed.
I didn't know. Like I said, I had never seen any of a Star Wars movie like at all.
Yeah,
And then I think I had told Tony that I had never seen one when he was talking about it on when I had him on the show. Uh, I'm not
yeah.
name dropping. He's very famous. and
Oh
uh
no.
and he was like, I'll send you the versions, you need to not watch the Disney versions. Like he like threatened me, basically, like you cannot
Like
watch
threatened you
those.
with the what with a good time
Well, he
or a
threatened
bad
me with a
time?
spicy meatball if I watched
A spicy meatball. He's gonna threaten you with his Italian cooking.
he's
Ooh.
gonna get the fire flower and go, it's a me a
It-
Tony, and hit me with,
yeah,
and I
fireball.
yahoo wahoo.
He's gonna
It's a
jump on your
go.
head and get one up.
Wow, oof.
Oh
uh
boy.
but
Uh
yeah, that's what he told me, and I'm like, okay, I'll take his word for it. I think he knows movies.
yeah, he does hack them a lot.
He does.
Um you know what's interesting about this movie is I actually didn't realize, like, when I first watched this movie, I was surprised about how it opened. Like, I was like, "Oh, we're looking at droids." Oh, I thought we'd start with Luke because everyone talked to me about this movie about how Luke Skywalker is awesome and such. Where the heck is Luke Skywalker? Right? Did you feel the same pain that I did? Where is my boy Luke Skywalker?
Well, I was like, okay, this is cool, like the bad guys, and then you see Leia that's like a mid. I mean, you look good in the Leia costume, but like she's kind of mid back then.
I mean, she's like a
And
7. Carrie Fisher's like a 7 in that.
I don't know. I'd say a 6. I'm
A
not really
6?
feeling. Yeah, you couldn't really. Maybe if in that golden bikini shit, she like goes up a bit, but
I agree with you there. That's
Yeah,
not until the sixth movie though.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
shit. There you go. And then the six is actually the third one, right? Because that's
It's yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's a Japanese fucking puzzle. This whole how to watch these movies. It's like
There's a
okay.
reason why I had to look it up.
It's like a fucking Silent Hill puzzle or something. Like I have no idea how to watch these. But
You
anyway,
know what is
hmm,
fun about the droids though?
what's
They
that?
have personality immediately. They have so much personality. We see freaking C3PO be like, "Oh, I'm scared. Ah ha ha. I can tell you all about the things in different languages, but I'm scared. Ha ha ha." And then we have freaking R2D2 be like, cursing in his language.
Yeah, whistle, 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 or whatever.
Whistle, whistle. I want to know what he's saying.
I
What do
can't
you think
whistle.
he's
I
saying?
would I would whistle if I could, but
You can't
um,
whistle?
I used to be able to, and then I got that cerebral palsy shit where half of my face like drooped,
Oh shit.
and it looks normal now, more or less. I mean, whatever, but I can still feel it like here in my face where I can't like I can't whistle. Like, yeah, I can't do it
I
anymore.
can whistle pretty well. I've been doing it since I was 7. It's an instrument. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah, yeah,
I'd
and
be
I
sad if I lost it.
no, I lost it, and I'm like, man, I you don't know you cherished it until you cannot whistle any longer, you know?
Yeah, you don't know what you have until it's gone.
Yeah, I can't do it. But anyways, R2D2's there whistling or whatever with the gay robot that's all
Yeah.
depressed or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't yeah, I can't don't think we should do this. So, he's always like a Debbie Downer, he's
What
just
a
depressed.
pussy.
What?
C3PO's a pussy.
Yeah, it never let's not go that way. Let's go this way. Let's stay here. It's dusty, he's just always complaining.
Oh, you know what's
And
epic?
hmm,
Freaking Darth Vader. He picks up the guy, right? He picks up the guy. And I'm thinking, like, bro, I mean, I get it. This is the first showing of your powers, but like you you have force powers. Like, why are you touching this guy? This guy can kick you in the shin. Like, if the guy really wanted to, he could just kick you and stop you. This is really dangerous for you, Darth Vader.
I like Darth Vader. I think well, he's the best part probably. And then that
Yeah.
general that's there with him is pretty fucking scary too. Like the one that is his right hand man or
Yeah.
whatever. He's
Uh
pretty fucking scary.
um Palpatine or like the general underneath him at the very
Uh
beginning.
Not Palpatine. Palpatine's that scary ghoul, right? Or
Yeah, he's
whatever.
a scary ghoul. He shows up later.
No, it general under him that well, I don't want to spoil later on, but the one that's like kind of saying, "Oh yeah, blow up this planet, do this."
Yes, yeah, that guy. I
Yeah,
know
he's pretty
exactly what you're
scary.
talking about.
He's
He's
pretty badass.
imposing. He's scary, but like he's scared of Darth Vader, and Darth Vader is fucking scary. Oh,
Mhm.
I have a story relating to Darth Vader. So I went to Disneyland in like 2017, and there was this like uh Star Wars actor meetup thing, and I met. It wasn't like the actor of Darth Vader, but I met an actor playing Darth Vader, and he was fucking scary. He was like 7 feet tall. I felt scared being next to him, like really. Like I walked there, and he just like walks up, and he's like towering over me, and I'm like, I don't want to be next to you. I feel so scared. So that's a fun Darth Vader experience.
And he was like in the full get up, like where he's breathing
Yeah,
hard and shit.
yeah, I have like a whole ass picture
That's
too.
cool. That's cool. No, I again, I'm not into the Star Wars, but like as far as at the beginning when you don't see Luke Skywalker, you don't see Han Solo or any of the heroes supposedly.
Yeah.
Like Darth Vader's like the best part. Like he's just there, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
not afraid of anything.
And it's great because like you have the walls which are white and like he's wearing all black, which like contrasts. It really heavily contrasts. Oh man. Also, uh great moment. We have the freaking droids. They go into the escape pod. They get ejected to Tatooine, and we have this guy, and he's like, "Oh, there's no life forms there. There's no life. There's an ejection, but there's nothing there. It must have been a malfunction. But like we're established in the prequels that droids existed." So like freaking droids already exist. You man, you hate droids. Droids don't have a heartbeat. Do they have some sort of like a mechanical heartbeat that the sensor can sense, or is it just have to be? Oh, there's no life forms. But what about? Can they sense metal?
It would have to sense at least like weight because droids have to weigh a lot. Like
Yeah,
they're pure metal. They gotta like, oh, that's being shot that way, but there's like a weird discrepancy of weight on it. Like
I don't know if they would have an idea of what the weight discrepancy would be because they wouldn't know the original weight of the spacecraft. I mean, of the escape pod.
they're just terrible. Like they're idiots. Then they don't get
They're really
paid. They
dumb.
they get paid too much for whatever they're doing. Like
I think they don't get paid enough and they have an empire and they're like, you know what? This is just my day job. There's nothing there. I don't want to deal with it. I don't get paid enough to deal with this. And that's how the Star Wars starts.
yeah, that is
Laziness.
where that's where what it goes to, like you said, Tatooine, and we
Yes,
meet
Tatooine.
we meet Luke Skywalker and his uncle and aunt. Am I right?
Yes.
Like
Yes. So the droids are walking on in the desert and then they actually what's fun is that the droids get picked up by these guys and then these dudes showcase um um oh man, it was Luke Skywalker and his uncle, and they're like, oh, let's get these droids, and he picks up a C3PO and he picks up a droid which breaks down conveniently and then picks up R2D2, and that's their first interaction.
yeah, those things remind me of, like they sound like minions. They're like
Yeah,
yeah, or whatever, like the minions.
they're really
And
scary. I wouldn't want to mess with them.
so they take them to what, do like basic work, slave work at their sand
Yeah.
farm or whatever it is.
Yeah, they're trying to extract water from the planet, from a desert
Mm,
planet.
mm.
And I'm just like, um, I, why are you here? Why are you here? How did you get here? Why are you stuck here? They're clearly stuck here and they can't leave the planet because they're stuck extracting water from it. But like, their situation is clearly not good. The uncle needs Luke to help on the farm. But I'm like, hey, bro, how about instead of having your not, it's not son, it's like a nephew. Instead of
Yeah.
having your nephew suffer with you, how about you like help him get out of the situation that you're stuck in? Like misery loves company, apparently in this movie.
Well, they would just go, what, they'll go to like a planet that's all water and they need to extract sand. It'd just be the exact opposite.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like this guy. I do like how there's bars there. It makes me like curious about what type of creatures live on Tatooine, how much water they need, and like how many people are there. You
Yeah,
know,
I imagine a bar would at the minimum need running water to pass health exam or like
I
a
don't think
food
they have
safety.
health exams on fucking Tatooine. No way in hell. It's desert planet. Like, I there must be some water reserve somewhere.
Yeah, there's got to be like a some wealthy people living on there that control the water, have
Maybe
all the water.
it's like oil here, right?
Yeah.
We have like a bunch of people living on like a bunch of water, like
Hmm.
Tatooine, and then like everyone else is super poor because they don't have any water whatsoever, and this one like family has like all the water, and they like pay like give people
Yeah,
money.
like rations, or
Yeah, they give rations and people
they
pay them
barter
money.
they
Yeah.
barter water for goods.
I think that's like established later on. I think that's established in Rogue One, I think.
Hmm.
Or at least that's a different planet. That might work the same on Tatooine.
So let me ask you, because you're more expert at this than I am.
Yeah.
How do they like expand the universe of Star Wars besides movies? Is it like comics? It's TV shows? Is it?
So they did comics and then Disney inherited the rights to Star Wars and then disavowed all the comics and
Oh, really?
yeah. And
Damn.
And then there's been Disney Marvel comics since with Star Wars touch. So the Disney stuff, all the Disney stuff is canon.
Hmm.
There's like TV shows. Like there's I know there's the Clone Wars animated show. I've only seen a couple episodes and then I stopped because I hated the narration. It's not binge friendly. Like you listen to the guy like, oh well, this time on Star Wars Adventures, he was doing this, and then it's like 5 minutes of that, then 30 minutes of the episode, then 5 minutes of the narration, and then the next episode is that exact same thing. So I had to stop.
Did you
So I have
know? Did you know that Darth Vader and Yoda were in a Soul Calibur game?
a Soul Calibur game?
Yeah, have you heard of the game series Soul Calibur?
No, I haven't.
So it's like a fighting game, but the whole gimmick is like you fight with swords
Oh,
or weapons. Like everyone uses weapons, and they're trying to get access to quote unquote a Soul Calibur, which power makes your weapon more powerful. And
ooh,
they had a guest character. The PlayStation version had Darth Vader, and the
ooh,
Xbox version had Yoda.
that's pretty
And
cool.
yeah, and the whole lightsaber thing could get the Soul Calibur. That's how
What? And
it
you
was
can have a
written.
big old lightsaber. That's
And
cool.
the thing about it though was that Yoda was broken because he's so small. He had no hitbox. Like,
Oh,
so he was like banned from fucking tournament play and shit. That's just a fun fact.
you know what's also fun?
What's fun?
The way that freaking Luke finds the message that Princess Leia is like, Obi-Wan Kenobi, I need your help. I need your help, bro.
You're my
And
only
then,
hope.
man, Leia is like, I can't even see her in this hologram. But Luke, it seems that Luke has never seen another woman before because he immediately gets the hots for her and he's like, "Oh my goodness. This is the most beautiful lady I've ever laid my eyes on." And I'm like, "Oh boy, if you only knew, Luke, that was your sister."
Hey,
Hey,
hey, hey.
that's
Different strokes for different folks, right?
that's true.
That's literally half of like the internet content now. Oh, stepsister, fell in my droid. Can you help get me out of this droid?
Yeah. Oh
I'm stuck.
boy. Oh man, stuck in. They we should have Luke and Leia do stuck stuff. That'd be fun.
I was thinking, well, you could have like Han Solo, Leia, and him do like DP. Uh,
Oh jeez,
but I'm sure that actually like exists somewhere. Like
there's
I'm not the
probably
first.
fan fiction about
Yeah,
that
I'm
at
not the first one
least.
to think that. You know
Yeah,
very well. You know very well.
yeah.
So they hear on the message Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Luke is like, "Hey, do you think it's this guy named Ben Kenobi that lives
Ben
down?"
Kenobi. Why did he not change his last? If he should have. Okay, the reasoning and why Obi-Wan Kenobi changes his name is he doesn't want to get caught by Darth Vader by the end of the third movie. And so he's
Mhm.
like, I'm going to change my name to Ben Kenobi, but like your last name is the same. The what part of you do you think is more identifiable, your first name or your last name?
Yeah, yeah, I would think even in that universe, the last name is more
The last
important.
name
Like,
is more identifiable. Like, you change your last name.
yeah, if you're really trying to hide, bro, and uh, so he goes. What the droid by itself, R2D2 goes looking for Ben Kenobi or whatever.
Yeah, he
They
goes
get
by himself.
caught up with some sand people, which sounds very racist when I heard that.
Oh, did you notice the repeated footage in this shot in this scene? Like
I don't.
the guy with the staff, he's like, he does that a couple of times, and it's the same footage. Yeah, they had to reuse that footage. They didn't have enough footage for that scene. I read
I
on
don't
that.
recall. I believe it though. Uh,
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to notice. You only notice it if you like are looking for it though, so it's
oh,
not
okay.
distracting.
Uh,
Yeah,
Ben. So Ben Kenobi, he's like, what does he tell him? Oh, hey, are you the owner of this droid or the master or whatever? And he's like, I haven't gone by that name in years, Obi Wan or whatever.
I haven't gone by that name since Oh no, my best friend died. Oh man, he's also like, oh yeah, your father died. This was your father's lightsaber. Here, check out your father's lightsaber. And he like opens the lightsaber. He doesn't know which way to point it, so like he could have like pointed it at Ben Kenobi accidentally and like split him in half. And there
Oh
goes
yeah.
his mentor. Oops.
And he wouldn't even split in half. He'd probably just like disappear. Like he would just turn into a pile of clothes or something.
Yeah,
Uh
exactly.
the enemies what do I have here? Let me look at my notes here. The enemies trace the robots, right? Down to Tatooine.
Oh yeah, they trace the robots. They have to go to so they chase the robots. They're like, "Oh my goodness, we found where the robots were bought at because these fellows who were selling the robots told me where they were." And then they firing squad and burn the house of aunt and uncle
Yeah.
Luke.
And they make sure like, hey, let's leave that skeleton on fire there for him to fucking
Yeah,
find.
it's like a message. Like if he comes back, we're gonna
That's
leave.
a mafia fucking death, like
Yeah,
Jesus
it's like
Christ.
we're coming for you. And it's like, how about you stay there and wait for him so you can actually effectively do your job?
Yeah, why didn't you capture them instead of like killing them and making them? I don't know, making a huge message of it.
I guess like they're like, oh, let's go look into city. Let's go look in the city. And freaking Luke and Obi-Wan goes to the city. They're like, oh, we gotta get out of here.
So then they
Oh,
go to the bar and they hire
Han
uh
Solo.
Han Solo, Harrison Ford.
Oh man. I like Han Solo. He shot first.
Yeah, I wrote
You
that in my
saw the
notes.
version. You
I
saw
wrote
the
that in my
version
notes. He shot
what she
first.
shot first. Yes.
Hmm.
Uh I'm gonna call it the cucked version. He shot second. It's a split second where freaking Greedo's like, oh, I'm gonna choom, and then Han Solo shoots in retaliation. But that like completely butchers the character. Han Solo's awesome. He's a guy who's like who will shoot first.
I
He's
didn't kill my wife. It was the one-armed man. Do you
what
know
is
where
that
that's
in
from?
reference to?
That's Harrison Ford in The Fugitive.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't think I've seen that.
it's good. It's good.
I'll
It's
have
a
to
good
check it
action
out.
movie. I didn't kill my
Action.
wife. That's how he sounds. Anyways, so yeah, he shot first. So he's a badass.
Yep.
That's the I don't know why they needed to change that, but they did, right? Apparently.
I'm sure someone complained about it, but now there's more people complaining about how they changed it to Han Solo shot second.
Yeah.
I see a lot of people like online be like Han Solo shot first, and you can never convince me otherwise. There's a fucking debate about it because they changed it.
The fucking internet, I swear.
It's a lovely thing, isn't it? I love it. Oh man, so we have what is it? So they meet Han Solo. Han Solo be like, "Yo, what's in it for me? Money," says Luke. If you help save this princess, the princess has a lot of money, and that's a good way to convince Han Solo to take risk his life, take you to another planet,
Hell yeah.
Alderaan. Oh, you don't want to know what's hilarious? I just thought of this. I think so Han Solo, he has a cool name, right?
Yeah,
Do you
badass name.
do you want to know where his last name comes from?
I mean, I know it's like solo means one, right? Alone.
Yes. Do you know in which the process happened, which he got his
No,
last
I do
name?
not know that. Please
So this
explain.
is in Han Solo. So he goes up to this guy and he's like it's like a recruitment office. He's like, I want to go to war. I want to be stormtrooper. And like he goes up to this guy. He's like, what's your first name? He's like Han. He's like, oh, you're alone. I'm gonna write. He's like, oh, you're alone. What's your last name? He's like, I don't have a last name. He's like, well, you're alone. I'm gonna write down Solo. It was
Okay.
somebody else gave him that name
Okay.
because he was alone in the recruitment process. It wasn't cool.
And this is like canon written somewhere. Like,
Canon. This is
oh
Han
geez.
Solo the movie, the one that Disney made.
Oh, okay, yeah, with that one we all forgot about. Obviously, I
Yeah,
forgot about it. Okay.
yeah. It's all right, I guess.
It
I
had
mean,
a Childish Gambino, right? As like as the black dude, I think Billy.
it's been a while since I've seen this movie.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've remember seeing the trailer. Let's see. So there's a point where Darth Vader's trying to get Leia to tell him where the rebel base is located, and she won't fucking say a word.
And so like this like little spear needle thing just floats into, and I'm like, that's the truth serum? That looks terrifying. What is that supposed to do? Do you see how scary that was?
I don't recall it. Was there a truth serum in this version?
Yeah, it's like she wouldn't say shit, and so he's like, "Oh, come here." And maybe that was in the '90s version.
Yeah, because I don't remember. I just remember them taking her to like see. Oh, we're gonna practice using this Death Star on your planet if you don't tell us where you left the plans or
Yeah, they did do
where
that
the
too
rebel
in
base.
the
Yeah,
'90s version. So I guess they just added the fucking true. Why did
I
they
don't
add
recall
that?
it. Yeah, I don't recall
What
that.
the
And
fuck? That's so weird. So yeah, I do like how like, oh, we're gonna blow up Alderaan, and she'd be like, no, and then like it takes like 10 seconds, right? It takes 10 seconds to blow up this planet, and it
yeah,
blows up, and
like
then
completely, like eviscerated, like nothing's
yeah,
left. Yeah.
and it's just the right moment for Han, Luke, and Chewbacca, and also Obi-Wan to be like, "Oh wow, we've hit asteroids. Wow, the planet's gone. Wow, I can't believe it. What the fuck happened?" I found that to be fun. I was like, they it happened at the same time.
Perfect timing.
Perfect
It's
timing.
great to keep the plot moving in a movie, right? Uh,
Exactly.
I loved it though, the way like that they were like, "Oh, if you don't tell us, we'll fucking destroy your planet." "Oh, okay, I'll tell you." And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna do it anyways." And I
We're
was like,
gonna do it
"Dang."
anyway,
I was
cause
like,
fuck
"Dang, this guy's a
you.
badass." Like, that's evil right there. I don't give a fuck if you told me. We're gonna fucking do it anyways.
Oh man, I do like the idea to steal the plans. They're like, "Oh, we gotta save the princess. We gotta find a way to destroy this Death Star. But first, we gotta save the princess." And it's like it's a whole like we gotta go infiltrate the Death Star. I found that to be pretty cool.
It
I
was
liked
pretty
that.
cool. I didn't like that Obi-Wan was like, "I'm gonna go do my own thing." And he's just like walking around like
He's just chilling.
yeah, he's walking around like a old man that smells like something and he's looking for it, like
Yeah, and fucking Darth Vader can sense his presence. He's like,
that too. Darth
yeah.
Vader's like, "I'm gonna go do my own thing too."
He's like, I feel a presence I haven't felt since, and then he stops talking. He's like literally talking to somebody. He's literally talking to somebody. He just stops the sentence, and I'm like, that's a little inconsiderate. You should
It
finish your sentence there. What the fuck?
You
What?
already
Who?
said 90% of the sentence. Why would you
Yeah, just tell me more. Just tell me who the subject is of the sentence. So that
like
was fun.
we could help you find this guy. Like just tell us what the fuck's
Yeah,
going on.
describe him. Describe him. Maybe we can find him in like 30 minutes instead of like an hour and a half.
We have a security system. Like you don't need to do this Marco Polo shit where you're walking around smelling him or whatever the fuck.
Oh, you know what's really funny? Speaking of security, Han Solo is like Han Solo and Luke steal stormtrooper armor, and then they are stormtrooper armor. They have the plans, and Han Solo is like, "Oh, we gotta find the princess." Cause money, fun stuff like that. He
Hell
goes to
yeah.
the communicator and be like, "Yo, what's up? What's up, my homeboys? What's up? I'm in this bitch. I'm in the prison cell block. Uh, give me some information." They'd be like, "What's your number? What's your identification number?" And then Han Solo be like, actually, maybe I could do pew 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 pew. I think he'll freaking choose the console, and I really like that part when he shot the console. It made me very happy because fuck the Empire. You know what I mean? Fuck the Empire. Fuck the Empire. I really like that part. It was hilarious, and I
And he's
enjoyed it a
just
lot.
they're
Big,
like
big fun. I
they're
enjoyed
like,
it.
who's this? And he's just like, your mom's a hoe, and just fucking shoots it.
I think he said that exactly in the movie. He said, "Your mom's a hoe. Stop talking to me. Die, bitch, die." And then he shot the communications. That's exactly what he said in the movie.
In my version, that's what he said. The original
That's what the
1970
original version said. Damn it, I'm
version.
missing out.
Your mom's a hoe. Choo, choo, choo,
Yeah, that's hilarious. Also, I like how close like Leia is to like if the beginning of the entrance. Like, oh wow, Leia's there, and well, we can like easily get her because this R2D2 guy has like the most convenient key thing. Like, does he
Mm-hmm.
have like some sort of like what is it called? When you can pick a lock. He's like a lock picker, but it's
Like
like a
a,
space lock picker, you know what I
he's
mean?
got like a skeleton key, basically. Like
Yeah.
he can open any fucking door, you know.
Yeah, it's like a master key. And
Uh
it's
huh.
like he's
Hmm.
just like, "Oh, well, I align perfectly with these keyholes. Let me just open this freaking door and now poop, there goes Leia, and now we got to get her the fuck out of here." And a bunch of stormtroopers appear cuz it's weird that a guy would be shooting the communications thing, and okay, wow, they got to go pew 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 pew, and then they jump into the trash compactor, and then I felt very claustrophobic at this point,
Hmm.
very scared for them, made me very sad.
That was a weird part. I think the dumpster part, because there was like a monster in there, right? That was like claymation or something.
Yeah, there was like some sort of monster in there, and it made me
Yeah.
think, why the fuck would they throw a monster in the trash? Like,
Well,
wouldn't you just throw that into the vast emptiness of space? Like, wouldn't that be more effective with dealing with the monster?
but I don't understand from a writer's perspective why you would have these two threats at the same time. Like you have the monster, and then the compactor starts crushing. So it's like from a writing standpoint, at least I can critique it there. Why would you have
Yeah, that
these
makes sense.
two issues? You know, I feel like
Yeah.
either one would have sufficed for it being a problem for the group.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I feel like personally the trash compacting was enough of a threat.
exactly. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the idea of being like in a closed confined space with anyone is a terrifying thought, and I wouldn't want to do that. But I'm very glad that eventually the good old droid boys stopped the trash compacting and they
Hmm.
let them out and they eventually escape, and that made me happy. You know
Yeah,
what
just
I
in
mean?
time. Just in
Just in
time.
time, just in time.
And let's see here. You can tell you come back. Okay, so they end up getting to the rebel base. I think that's where we're at, right? No, 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 no. I'm sorry. Right before they're about to escape to the rebel base, Obi-Wan is there fighting Darth Vader, and it's actually a pretty badass scene where they're like fighting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like
Yeah,
they
like it's actually cool.
so it's really fun seeing Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi fight. It's like, if you strike me down, I'll be more powerful than you can ever imagine, says Obi-Wan. And I'm just like, I find that to be pretty cool because what could he possibly mean by that?
Mhm.
Well, he just gets swiped and his body isn't even there. He doesn't like turn into a pile of goo. His body just like simply disappears. And I really like seeing the confusion on Darth Vader's face when he does see that he sliced and his body is not there.
Yeah.
You'd imagine there's a body there. Where the fuck is the body?
I know he
You
was getting ready to teabag that shit, and
know?
he's just like, "What the fuck? Like these are just
Yeah.
clothes."
She's just trying to teabag him. Just show him who's boss. Fuck you. I got you. Fuck. I'm gonna fuck you up. You're the master. No, I'm the master. Got him.
You're dead,
And
bro.
do a little teabag
Taste
action.
this nutsack. Yeah.
Yeah, and also I like how much of a rush they are to leave, and they do eventually leave, and it's like it's a little terrifying. Like I'm just thinking, oh boy, so now they have to destroy this Death Star because they've been not captured. They've been noticed, and now everyone's being notified of them existing, and so they're like, okay, we gotta destroy the Death Star. We gotta destroy this Death Star as soon as possible. And I like that lobster man, the guy who has a lobster head. You remember that
Man,
guy?
I don't remember him.
Is he also a guy who's also added to the freaking
Maybe.
what?
I
Oh
wouldn't doubt
goodness,
it.
man! I do know that like they changed Jabba the Hutt from like a guy in like a furry suit thing to like what he looks like in the sixth movie. Like I know Jabba the Hutt is not Jabba the Hutt in this version, so they did change a lot between the
Man,
two
I
versions.
I don't recall seeing that. There might have been, I just don't remember, but, it
Hmm.
does sound like there were, like, enough changes, like, why not? But yeah, they're what, on that rebel moon or whatever, and they're, planning their
Yeah,
attack, and Han Solo's like, "Man, I just want my money. Aren't you gonna help us?" "Nah, I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna come back at the nick of time and save your ass." Like, you can tell it's gonna happen, like, that he's
yeah.
gonna come back.
It seems like his heart is in it just a little bit. Like he doesn't want to admit it, but he's honestly I do like how he does come back to help save them. I also do like the looming threat of the Darth of the what is it called? The Death Star. The Death Star is coming for the rebel base and they're going to destroy it, but we got to make sure that we have a bunch of rebel pilots. They're gonna do little fun maneuvers like miss a bunch of shots at the Death Star and get shot down a bunch. But Luke, pretty epic moment where
Mhm.
they're about to engage in this now 50-second to a minute long process of engaging the Death Star instead of the
Uh-huh.
10 seconds earlier. They he's like, oh, use the fourth, Luke, and then he does a little breathe, he does a little breath, and
Mhm.
then he gets it just right. Wow, what aiming! Done perfectly in the first try. Good job,
Mhm.
Luke. You should be a basketball player. Uh, you should be a baseball player. You should be like a sports athlete,
Play
man.
darts or something?
Yeah, play some darts.
Yeah.
And he destroys the Death Star. He did it! Yay! And he did it. What did you think of the explosion?
It was cool. I
Was it?
mean, yeah, like the effects?
Yeah,
The
it was
effect
pretty cool.
Yeah, the effects are pretty damn good in this movie, for it being how old it is, and, it could have been like how those old B movies were with strings and shit, and you see it, but it looks good, the effects, at least.
You know what's really funny about watching the 90s version of this movie is the added CGI does not match up at all to the effects of the 77 effects, like the 70s effects. Like it's so like it looks so different. It's like, oh jeez. Just
I
have it
mean,
be a time capsule.
yeah, I don't know why they needed to, or how I've heard how he just kept wanting to change it and add things and remove things, and it's like, dude, you made a movie that everyone really liked, and why are you changing it? Just be
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, just because I could see if it's like, "Oh, we didn't have that back then, this, that back then," but I mean, you made it work, and that's what gave it its charm.
Yeah, I really think like this movie definitely could have just been it could have just been not messed with. Just don't mess with it. Just don't mess with things that are already good. Cuz you're just going to destroy it like Star Wars like Disney Star Wars. You messed it up. The I really don't like the last two movies of the sequels. The 8th and ninth one, I really don't like those movies. They look cool. I just don't they don't like make sense to me, honestly. But
And at the end of this one, they save the day, they get the medals put on them, and they're
freaking
all
Chewbacca doesn't get the medal.
I didn't even notice that. That's probably why he was growling, right? He didn't get
Dude,
a
he's
fucking
so
medal.
angry he doesn't get a medal.
He
Like
did just
he did a ton he was like a co-pilot of the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he was doing just as much as everyone else.
Man, what assholes these rebels are.
They even gave C3PO like a new shiny body and shit. You know, all gold and whatnot.
Ah, that's nice.
That'd be badass.
They should have done that to R2D2.
Yeah, give
Honestly,
him. They should have gave him like a girl one that like it looked just like him, but it had a bow. You know what I
and
mean?
it had like tits, giant tits.
No, it would just wear a bra, like a
Oh,
bikini
just
and a
a
bra.
bra. Okay,
Yeah, but it would look just like him, but
okay. I would. I'm
pink.
down.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be
And then
pretty cool.
he
And then
whistles at it like a sexy, like woo woo or whatever.
and then we can introduce another droid that is a female, and then them two could have uh, gay lesbian sex. Those two droids.
I'm about to say because I feel like that C3PO is gay. Like he just gives me that gay vibe. The way he sounds and
He
the way he acts.
he sure is. Like, I mean, I honestly thought of him more of like as like, oh, I'm more interested in languages than I am having sex with anyone. Like, I think he's what is that? What is the attraction to smartness? What is that called?
Oh my
A
god.
sapiosexual.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he's a sapiosexual.
Yeah. He'd get turned on by like another droid that just knew more than him or was like
Yeah.
just as sad like, "Oh, it's dirty here. It's dirty for me too." And you want to go grind like scissor where it fucking makes sparks and shit.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that's a delight. Um, So overall, what was your experience watching this movie? Your enjoyment level
It
watching this
was
movie?
for me never watching it, never caring for it, never like caring to watch it. It was good. It kept my interest. Darth Vader is actually like a pretty badass villain.
Yes.
Again, I think what was it? The whole plan of this movie was that this was like just gonna be one movie, right? And then with the success of it, it became fucking eight more stories or 9 more stories or whatever.
Yeah, it became a beloved classic, and it became so big that it could be ruined. So, you
Yeah,
know,
we have
fun
yet to
stuff.
see right about that, but as a standalone movie, because I still haven't seen any of the other ones, I think it's good. Like it leaves the opening for whatever and has good effects. So I'd probably give it a 8.
An 8. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good
I
story.
uh this is definitely like one of the better ones. I'd say 5 is better than this movie, but this one is like the second best movie in my opinion in the entire Star Wars. All entire in the entirety of all the Star Wars
Hmm.
movies. So I think I don't remember what I gave it on my review, but I I like it a lot. I'd say it also gets like a solid 8. So,
Hell yeah, no. So that was Star Wars. I wanted to play a game with you. Let me see if I could.
ooh, game. I
Yeah, let me
like
see.
games.
let me let me boot it up here. Nah, let me see where it's at. I got the files here. I don't know why I didn't get the files ready. I'm so bad at my
Oof.
job.
Haha.
There's mint, pleasant, mint. Oh, here we go. Okay, cool. Boot that up. So we're gonna do since Star Wars is a Disney property, right?
Yep, it sure
We
is.
are we are going to do guess if it's a Disney cartoon or not. If is
Okay.
it Disney? So let's see here. Let me add it. So I'm gonna show you 10 different cartoon characters. These are all cartoons. And I'm gonna ask you, is it a Disney character or is it not a Disney character?
Ooh. All right.
So first we have here Oswald the Lucky Rabbit.
That guy seems like he's from Animatrix. I don't think Animatrix is Disney, isn't it? A Warner Bros.
I don't I'm not sure,
I don't.
but
I don't think this guy's Disney.
okay. No.
This guy's Disney.
Yes,
Oh.
actually Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was the first Disney character before Mickey,
Oh.
but then Mickey was the one that like went all big and everyone kind of forgot about
Oh,
Oswald
I
the
can
Lucky
see it.
Rabbit.
I can
Hmm.
see it. I should have guessed me. It seems obvious now, but
There's
it seems
actually
like
a
a Disney
whole
parody.
there's actually a whole video game based on this called, I don't know if you heard of Epic Mickey.
I haven't. No, I haven't.
So it's a video game where you play as Mickey Mouse and you're wondering what's happening to all the characters in the world because they're being
Okay.
erased or something. And it's actually Oswald the rabbit is the enemy because he was
Ooh.
forgotten.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
So it's pretty cool.
Is he in public
Uh,
domain?
I don't think he is.
Oh,
I don't think he's that old. I think public domain you have to be like from what 1922 at this point or 19.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
I
think
think
it's
he's
that
from like
old.
the 40s. Here we have the brave little toaster. Hey, look at him. He's brave. My boy brave. Lot little eyebrows for some reason.
He doesn't look like Disney animated. Like the art style isn't there. I don't
He
think he's Disney.
he is Disney.
What? Who did this?
Yep, he is Disney. I love the brave little toaster. I grew up with it. Good cartoon. Kind of dark.
Ooh, that's
Uh
fun. Does
yeah,
he
yeah.
does he ever jump into a bath?
No, no, but he does like he's trying to at the end, I'm gonna spoil it. At the end, he's trying to like save his master, so he jumps into like a grinder and gets grinded up and basically
Oh, that's
fucking
fun.
dies.
I
Yeah,
love it. I like it
yeah.
when characters die.
When the heroes die.
Yeah,
Okay, here we go. Here are my homies at the Land Before Time. Are they Disney or not?
they are not Disney.
Uh-huh. They are not. They are Don Bluth, which I wish there was a universe out there somewhere where Don Bluth is the more popular cartoon than Disney because he made a lot of pretty good cartoons.
You know, I saw a couple of Land Before Time VHS tapes because my grandma have them,
Hmm.
and I enjoyed them a lot. I think my favorite character is the tiny one, the tiny guy. Forget what his
The
name is.
though Ducky, the
Is that
little
his
one.
name? The little one, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know the horror story behind the voice character or the voice actor who did Ducky?
I heard there was a horror story, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that she was like a child star, and that was like one of the last roles she did before like her father murdered her and her mom.
Oh, jeez, that's fucked.
I think he murdered her. I don't know if it was the stepdad or the real dad, but he like murdered her at like 8 years old or something.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, wow.
Moving on, but yeah,
Murder's bad.
yep, not Disney. If it were, it would be a happier ending, I guess.
I
Uh, who's this? The Iron Giant. Is he Disney?
don't think the Iron Giant's Disney.
Nope. He's Warner Brothers,
Okay.
and I don't think that's Disney yet. Have you seen
No,
Iron Giant?
I have seen it a couple of times.
It's pretty good.
The first time I saw it, it was like I think it was like 11 or 12 because I remember like the rating being like, what is it, PG or PG-13? They say like hell in it a couple of times.
I want to say it's like PG, and then back then it was like G or PG, and
Okay.
you know what I mean, like where G is
Yeah.
like all kids, and this was PG.
Yeah, I remember seeing when it was like 11. That was when I first saw it.
It's
I've
pretty
done a
good.
review on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty good. The animation's solid. I guess
Yeah. I like it a lot.
Next
Sad.
one. Who's that? Felix the cat.
This is not. This is like a game company. This is not Disney.
I don't believe he's Disney. I'm like 99% sure he's not Disney. He's just an old, like from the silent film era cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah, from like the
That makes sense.
1920s. He's cool. He's a rascal. He has his bag of tricks.
He's a cool guy. He's clearly can whistle.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
I wish I could whistle. Look at those notes. I wish I could fucking spit notes out of my mouth like that.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking tight.
It would be cool. This
Who's
guy
this?
not Disney. Fuck you, Snoopy. You're not Disney.
Okay, so this is kind of like the Star Wars thing where he was not Disney for so long and they just bought him up.
They just bought. Like how many years ago?
Just recently they got well, in the Peanuts like 3D movie, the most
Y-
recent one that came out.
Yeah.
I believe like that's Disney, I think.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I think they just acquired Peanuts, but for so long this fool's been free of all that hatred and all that, and they had to Disneyfy him and
Dude,
shit.
you know what they're gonna do with the next Snoopy? They're going to create a character. They're going to make it a chick, and they're going to make her gay. That's my next prediction for Snoopy.
He has a lot of like random cousin characters that look like him, but like, they're fat or skinny or taller.
Oh, that's fun.
Uh Fun fact, I can draw Snoopy, but just the head.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The body is like,
He's a weird head.
yeah, I can like draw the head like in my sleep. The body is like real hard for me, and I'm not a good artist at all. But I can draw his head pretty well.
I'm pretty sure I can
Next.
just draw him.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could draw him like by memory now, just by looking at that shit. Yeah, you can probably fucking do it real easy. Do you
What the
know
fuck is
who
this?
these dinosaurs are? These cool cats, if they're Disney or not?
These dudes, what the fuck? They look Disney-esque just by the mouth shape and the
This
way they emote.
I'm pretty sure they are not Disney.
Who the
This is
fuck
a
are these?
old movie I watched as a kid called "We're Back: A Dinosaur Story."
What is it?
Uh, We're Back, and then it's called "We're Back," and then a dinosaur story.
Oh, because they're back from extinction.
Yeah, and it's real fucked up. It's kind of dark, but in that like old kids '90s way, dark
Yeah.
cartoons.
Ooh, that's
But
fun.
it's fun. You should give it a watch if you ever have time to watch it. It's kind of dark. The bad guy is pretty fucking evil.
Ooh,
I like it.
exciting.
Real good. He gets his comeuppance really well at the end. Uh, do you know
This
who these mice are? If they are Disney.
these mice? Oh
These
god.
mice.
I don't know any Disney mice movies. Um,
Well, all my Mickey Mouse is like he
I
is a
guess
mouse, right? Yeah.
he's a mouse. But the only thing I know of Mickey Mouse is like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Um, this 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 does not seem like Disney. I'm not
It
sure.
it is Disney. It
Who?
is
What is it?
it is part 2. They had a film called The Rescuers, which is just like the girl and the guy, the mouse on the right, the chunky one, where
Mm.
they go and rescue like orphans that are lost, like the
Oh, that's
children.
cool.
Yeah, and then in this one, it's called The Rescuers Down Under, where a kid gets lost like in the Australia outback, and they need this slick like Australian mouse to help them find the
Ooh.
kid. Very good animation. I know if you saw it, you would really appreciate the animation. Like real beautiful. Very very underrated. No one talks about it.
Yeah,
And
I
not in
haven't
my
heard of
head.
this film ever.
Yeah.
So
It's the second one, The Rescuers Down Under. Like I said, the animation's gorgeous. Very gorgeous.
looks pretty as fuck. Oh,
This
this
one.
definitely Disney.
Ye- yeah.
I've seen this.
Yeah. I just like rewatched like a little bit of it the other day, and I was like, man, they're acting real gay for it being Disney. Like, can we be friends forever? And they're like, and I'm like, oh, but it's a fox and a hound. Like they hate each other. They're supposed to.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they become friends and then they're supposed to be mortal enemies because of the way that they are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But nice film. Very sad. Very sad. Like the old Disney movies, real sad. I think this is the last one. Do you know this fool?
Popeye? No, he's not Disney.
Yeah, he's not Disney. He's
I know he eats a lot of spinach.
mm-hmm.
I'm not
I'm
sure
not
why.
I'm not even sure like what like cartoon entity owns him, but
I think he's
very
owned by Universal.
yeah, something like that. Real weird character. Like, you know, look at him.
Yeah, he's at like a lot of Universal rides.
Yeah.
So it's the only reason why I know he's owned by Universal.
Nah, real
So
weird character. I like spinach though. Do you like spinach?
I do like spinach.
Yeah, I think it's the underrated green. Everyone
It is
really goes for
underrated.
lettuce. Yeah, but it's a lot healthier for you than
It
lettuce.
tastes it tastes pretty much exactly the same as lettuce,
I mean, it's
but it's
all
like
grass.
yeah, it's like iron. Has some iron in it and other vitamins. So
Hmm.
I like spinach. Spinach is good.
Spinach is good. Spinach
Yes.
is good for your body. And speaking of your body, wait, that's not what I want to do. I want to. How do I go back?
There
There
we
we
go.
go. Speaking of your body, where can everyone find you, Mint Salad?
I do daily movie reviews every day at 7 p.m. ET. YouTube.com/ASC Presents. The series is called Mint Salad Saw. If you want to see if I've reviewed a movie, you can just type in the YouTube search bar, Mint Salad Saw, and then whichever movie that you want to see if I've reviewed. I do movie review requests, patreon.com/ASC Presents. If you want to help support the daily grindedness of all them daily movie reviews, you can go to my link tree, linktr.ee/Titsman Salad. Fansly is my main spicy site. It's on there, fansly.com/Titsman Salad. That's where you can find me. Where can we find you, Lorenzo?
Oh yeah, you can find me doing a daily podcast called That's All Funny. It's available everywhere. YouTube also. I do this show with you every Tuesday, more or less, and it's great. You can support the grind on Patreon. $5 a month gets you everything. Patreon.com/Lorenzo Areola. Um, yeah, I think is that it? I think
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
Yeah.
it.
No, that's great. I want to thank everyone for listening, and we will see y'all next week. Bye.